that you probably gon' be better off without me. We can blame it on the timing, but you know. If you want my love, oh, if you want my love, can I call you mine? I'll be taking it slow. I can't read your mind. Sometimes I feel like I'm here alone. Don't need a wedding vow. Just tell me how you in or out. It ain't fair, baby. The way you got me hanging on. You got me hanging on. Oh, you got me hanging on. You got me hanging on. Oh, baby, the night that we met was amazing, but it feels like your love has gone missing. Well, nah, nah, nah. Show me I'm the one you want, 'cause it's everything or nothing. If you wanna be with me, I need your all and nothing less than. I can't go on in between, 'cause it's everything or nothing. Okay, you're a superstar, but I'm a supernova. Better claim your prize, otherwise cut and the scene, game over. Do we call it love, or do we call it off? There ain't no maybe. I just can't keep holding on. I can't keep holding on, no. I can't keep holding on. I can't keep holding on. 'Cause it's everything or nothing. If you wanna be with me, I need your all and nothing less than. I can't go on in between, 'cause it's everything or nothing. It's everything or nothing. It's everything or nothing. And I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
Well, hello everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic night. We are on day 3 of the wedding business boot camp, and it's been pretty incredible. I hope that you've had a chance to watch the first 2 videos. If not, I want to let you know they will be available in the group, the Event Queen Challenge. They will be in that group all the way through the end of Monday, so like Tuesday morning. So maybe if you get some free time over your holiday celebration, you can go back and watch those movies or videos and grab some insight for your business to get on track and to be able to scale. So let me know how you guys are doing. I have actually been troubleshooting some tech just about all day today. A couple of months ago, I ended up switching to a different computer for streaming. Anyhow, hopefully this will be like the ooh wow that I finally have it fixed. We'll see. But what I'm going to do later on is there's a link that's in the description. Try that to see if that will help connect eCam to show your username and profile picture while we're on the live stream. So let me know, how are you guys doing tonight? Are you having a good night? It's been another beautiful day in Michigan, but cold. And I had a minute to go through some of these different groups on Facebook that were for brides. It's super important within whatever niche that you work in to have your ear in the conversation, to understand what brides are saying. You know, what are your prospects talking about? What are the trends in the wedding industry? But something funny happened. I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. We're going to talk about cake. It's sort of probably a story that you've heard in some format of your business, and it'll probably crack you up here. So, anyhow, yeah, we are on day 3, and I'm like way in the middle of my presentation. Let's see if we can go back a little bit here. So, today, I'm hoping to share some insight to help you create standout strategies. You know, a lot of times we get into the concept of marketing and promoting, and it might be for an event or a sale or a project or something that you're creating. But simultaneous to that, one of the things that can help you specifically in the wedding industry is if you can find ways for you to be acknowledged as an industry leader, somebody who is the go to person for that specific topic. And this could be whether it's, you know, you're a DJ or a venue or an event planner or a florist or whatever is your specialty, or even cake. Um, but if you find little tweaks in your marketing that are simple, you can actually position yourself where even media starts turning to you. We're going to talk about that today. So make sure that you stay tuned so that you can utilize these strategies to help your business grow and scale in this upcoming wedding season. So, digging in, before we really get into the fun nitty gritty, if you want to take a minute, turn off your devices so you can just give me a little bit of your attention for the day. That would be great. And hopefully, it'll be worth your while so that you can excel and do all kinds of really awesome stuff. So, before we get in, we're gonna dig in. We're gonna talk about cake. So, I was mentioning to you, I was going through some of these different Facebook groups, and there was a bride that was explaining a situation about for her cake, her sister in law to be had offered to make her wedding cake, and that would be her wedding gift, which was, you know, if you know the cost of cake and stuff and time, it can be very expensive. But the debate came down to this. The bride was upset because she wanted to have a black cake, and then the sister in law ended up going to their early Thanksgiving dinner and was kind of belittling her a little bit about the black cake, saying, you know, your teeth are going to look black for your pictures. Don't do it, don't do it. And it went back and forth between the two of them, and a couple stories were running through my mind, because I'm going to tell you, when you've done events for a long time, you've seen everything, and I'm going to tell you a couple of these stories today. So the first thing that was going through my mind is the sister-in-law's right. Your teeth are gonna look dingy and black after you eat that cake, and so will your guest. Just look at like blueberry pie. What happens when you take a bite of that? It's pure black. But that's her prerogative. If she wants to have black teeth for her wedding, number one, she was forewarned, right? Don't do this because this will happen. But she was so focused on she wanted the black cake. But then the other problem was whether other people wanted the cake or not, whether it was a good idea or not. It's her wedding cake, so she should be able to get sort of the cake that she wants. Helps to get some constructive input, but sometimes you'll see maybe your client that is dealing with someone in their family who is offering to do things at a discount, or for free, or as their gift for the wedding, but maybe they don't really have the skill set to be able to do that task the same way that a professional will. And the same thing with you. You may have a client that's saying, no, I'm going to do that part of the wedding myself, even if they don't have the skill set, or the emergency skill set to deal with things when all breaks loose. And I've said to you guys so many times, with every single event, I learn a lesson. But usually those lessons come from something that went wrong. And a couple of them I'm going to tell you about today, and all names will be anonymous. And this happened so long ago that these people probably don't even remember. Well, they might. So the first one was a lady that was going to have a cake made by her friend. And they delivered the cake. We did all of the event decor and a whole bunch of stuff. But her friend made this cake. She was trying to start a new little bakery, see how it would go. When it became evident that the girl should not have made that cake, was when I was watching them stack the cake. And I had come to find out that her friend had put pins in the cake to hold the layers in place. Number one, somebody could have died. It was really bad. When I did see her continuing to shove pins in the cake, I did finally say something, like, "Hey, not my cake. This is her wedding, but now we're in a safety threshold where somebody could get really hurt by those pins." But she was so adamant that she was going to do that cake anyways, with those pins on there, and so be it. So it happened. And why she was doing the cake was probably out of love and maybe a little bit of selfishness to start her business, but she didn't have the right skill set, even though she knew how to do, like, what is it, Betty Crocker cakes or something like that. It's a completely different skill set when you start getting into different arenas. Another really quick one I'm going to tell you is we had a bride who had her aunt, this is going back about 10 years ago, her aunt made the cake for her. And I will tell you, it was beautiful. She did such a good job. You could tell there was so much love. It was a really simple design, but she did some beautiful stuff with the icing. But what she didn't know is that you have these little dowels which are like sticks of wood, that you put into each layer of the cake so that the cake weight doesn't weigh down on it and slide. She didn't know that. The cake slid. It melted into, it looked like a volcano lava. It was really sad. I mean, and it was made with love and it was beautiful. There were no pins in it. But still, by the time the wedding party got there, by the time the bride had gotten there, the whole cake was like a volcano, melted all over. And it comes to mind for all of us to realize that there's different skill sets. There's different people that you bring in for different things. There's going to be a time that, maybe for a birthday party or a friend that's really skilled at making cakes and has done a dozen of them before your wedding day. Or if you're on a really tight budget, doing something that's practical, that can't be messed up, could be an idea. And I'll tell you, some people that do cakes at home do beautiful job, sometimes better than any of the bakeries I've seen. But it is a skill set. And you need to remember that when it comes to anything, even in your business. You may have friends that say, "I can do that for you," but is there a different skill set based on their experience, knowledge, education, training, doing it over and over, where they're not going to mess up on your big business project or things that you're doing? And this is going to be important for you to know, depending on what level you want to take your business to. You might be comfortable just where you're at, but if you want to take things to the next level and be able to scale things rapidly, having people on your team that are experienced and have that insight to take you to that next level is detrimental. People that are going to make sure there's not pins in your cake that your guests are going to choke on, that there's dowels in the cake so the cake's not going to melt. The same thing goes even with your marketing strategy. You have an idea of what you want, and hopefully it's not black teeth like the first bride I was telling you about. But you have a vision of what it is that you want. And sometimes it takes you saying, "I value this so much in my business or in this thing in my life," whether it's cake or your marketing plan, that I'm willing to invest with working with a pro so I can get it right this one time, because this is my one time shot. It's not a hobby. I'm going for the real deal. And that's one of the things that we're offering right now with our Beam Accelerator, which is business events and marketing strategies. It's also the name of our main group that we have, our freebie group. But anyhow, one of the things that we're getting ready to do is launch into our new platform with this Beam Accelerator, and it's going to be pretty phenomenal. We have a package that I'm going to show you just a little bit later. Let me see if I can pull it up here really quick. Here we go. Here we go. Switching scenes. All right. Here we go. We're getting ready for this Beam Accelerator, and the thing that's really cool about this, it's not just a quick marketing strategy or a class. What we're offering for our Black Friday special, I'm actually showing you before we show anybody. So a lot of times people will get into either a mindset rut where they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do, or a tech rut where they don't know how to create a sales funnel, they don't understand some of the basics of maybe doing a live stream, things like that. We've created something where it's all encompassed. And for the price point that I'm going to share with you, it actually almost scares me because it is so good. It's literally everything that you could need in a box to launch your first really huge marketing strategy. Maybe it's not your first little dog and pony show. Maybe it's your second and you want to take it to that next level because maybe you don't want your aunt baking the volcano cake or your best friend putting pins into your marketing strategy, right? And I get it. There's some families that have youngsters that are so tech savvy and they have some skill sets, but they may lack some of the know-how from the strategic standpoint of understanding the big picture or even being able to come to the table with 25 plus years experience with events and marketing. No matter what, and I'm gonna tell you what, these youngsters, I've got 2 teen boys, they are so smart and technically savvy. It's like all wired within them. But there's things that I know from working in marketing and events for 25 years that they don't know. So creating your opportunity starts with you realizing where you're at, where you want to go, and things that you can start doing to provide the best opportunity for your business to succeed. You don't want to put pins in your balloon called your marketing. You don't. It's going to pop and it won't work as good as it could work. So in this accelerator, this is a really cool part. Check this out. So we started off with 30 days of action tasks where I'll be sending you simple, very simple tasks in a very simple video, like 2, maybe 5-minute video, something that's quick for you to get through so you don't have to dread it. Sometimes when things get too big, we don't take action. I want to make sure that you have something that's palatable to your lifestyle and everything else that you have going on, but is actually going to propel you in the direction of creating more sales and opportunity for your organization. So the first thing is the 30 days action videos and tasks plus 4 group coaching sessions. You're going to get feedback from me. So it's not just going to be static on your own and watch the videos. Oh no, we're going to dig in. I really want to help you create more momentum in your business and gain clarity. So you're going to get feedback from me, also along with some accountability and support so that you stay on task. And then we're also going to give you a bonus of the Bootcamp replays, slides, and all the assets that we used for this particular bootcamp. You're also going to get access to our Beam training library, which is filled with so much great content to help you create amazing event and marketing strategies. Now, this is where we get into, this is a Black Friday special, you guys. I've never done this before. The other thing that we're going to include is a custom sales lead funnel design. We're going to design the entire thing for you, plus 30 Canva templates for you to be able to properly promote your upcoming event or project, plus 2 one-on-one consultations with me. So this is just like you and I connecting, mapping out what is your live stream flow for your next big event, making sure that you are prepared so that you can kick booty this upcoming wedding season. Next, we have email marketing sequence. I can't tell you how much time and headache this is going to save you, because you're going to have a map of exactly what to do and how to do it. Plus 3 promotional marketing video branding edits, meaning you do these videos, we're going to come back in, help you create little mini videos out of it, add your branding, create something that's incredibly professional. So much good stuff here. I can almost not stand it. So this is just for an investment, if you can believe this, for $997. So the bonus value just for the bonus is $5,000. So combining all of these things of having the knowledge that you need, having the tools, having the support, having the funnel, having the tech built, having everything done for you to launch your next big thing for this wedding season. This is phenomenal, you guys. I know how much it costs to run ads just inside of like the wedding, the knot, even if you do local, like Michigan, what do they call it? Yeah, like the Michigan knot. They have pretty hefty price point. This is going to be a complete done with you type approach that you will be able to immediately implement, and you're not going to be stuck on your own. So for just $997, I'm really flipped out about that. It's almost like, did I take my own advice from the other day and go and crunch the numbers? Did I crunch the numbers right? Because I have it at the most unbelievable price, but also we are going to deliver the highest quality with the latest technology that's simple for you to use. You're going to have a blueprint along with a proven strategy to help you along the way. So if that's something that you're interested in, drop me a comment below. Let me know. We can get a link over to you. And one of the things that you might, I've sat in challenges like this before, and I've wondered, if I just had a couple of quick questions. So if you do have a question or you want to connect with me on a strategy call really quick to make sure, is this a good fit for you? Let's set up an appointment. Let's set up a time. I'm going to drop if I can find it here, before we get done here today, I'll drop a link to my calendar, so you can schedule an appointment if you want to sit down with me over the phone for 30 minutes to talk about your plan, your obstacles, your vision, or questions that you have, so that we can get you on track. Everything that we've done today, this week, everything that we've done since we started this challenge are the fundamentals of creating momentum for a marketing strategy. And it could be your upcoming event or whatever it is that you have going on. But if you want to keep flowing with momentum and growing even faster, I really want to encourage you to take advantage of this special promo that we have going on. And let me see here one second if I can. I'm going to drop you guys a link. But while I'm waiting, tell me, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I want to know. Are you cooking? Or are you going out? Tell me down below. I'm cooking, but this time it's for a very small crew, so I can handle that. It's not going to be some kind of wipeout. In the past, I used to do some of these turkey dinners that were 40 people, 50 people, and it would take a lot of time preparing. And my mom and my aunt did that for so many years. I just can't tell you how grateful I am that they did that. And I think as you get a little bit older, you start to appreciate that a little bit. Okay, so right in the group Event Queen Challenge, I'm going to drop a link for my calendar if you want to schedule a time to connect with me. There's my link right there. And then the next thing is, let me come over here, and I'm going to drop a link if you are in the right frame of mind and you're saying, you know what, enough with this malarkey, I'm not going into um, 2022 without a game plan or with an aunt who's going to put no dowels and give me a volcano cake, or a friend that's going to put pins in my stuff. I'm going in with a game plan that's going to create success for my business. So I just dropped the link down below if you want to sign up for. I've got to change that name. Right now it says Event Queen Challenge. It's the same thing. It's the Beam Accelerator program, but significantly discounted. So check out those two links. Schedule a call with me. Let's get this going. Or if you are just ready to kick in, sign up right now and then take advantage of these promotions. Now, I'm only going to have that price available through the end of Monday, Cyber Monday. We're also going to limit how many people we take, because I truly, as a business leader, one of the things I think that I've really maintained through all the years of being in business is quality. I want to make sure that you get the best experience and you really generate results. So for me to be able to do that, even though, we do a lot of one to many, I want to make sure that I'm able to give you the time and attention that your business deserves. So does that sound good to you? If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, I really want to encourage you to sign up before all of our big promos start on Thanksgiving so I can get you in the queue. And you know what? Your business deserves it. Truly deserves it, because when we put our time into energy into something that's positive, guess what happens? Positive results come about. But if you're just putting in nothing, or you're putting in trash, put in trash, you get out trash. Put in nothing, you get out nothing. This is a positive opportunity for you to be able to really scale your business. And you know what? You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. So, with that being said, who's ready for some content to learn how to create standout strategies to make you a leader in your industry? You ready? All right, you guys, let's dig in. So, let me pull up my little PowerPoint presentation here and let's chat. So, like I was saying before, knowing your limits, knowing when to ask for help, and to always do what's best. Those are key. But for today, we're going to talk about ways that you can position yourself as a wedding industry leader and to be able to generate a six-figure income. It's possible. It's very possible. I've done it. And being in the position with what happened this past year and a half, I even had to make adjustments and work out of my house and make all sorts of different accommodations, but it's possible. So before, you even dig in, figuring out, what am I going to do here? One of the things that we're going to talk about today is understanding what's your superpower and how to create value added content, not just content, and things that you can do to get the word out about how awesome you are and what you have going on. Those are key. So positioning yourself as a leader is really, it comes down to when people start coming to you, asking you questions about a certain thing, that they value your input and your experience, that they see the wisdom that you have can help them with whatever it is that they need. And one way to sort of figure that out is understanding, what is your superpower? What makes you so awesome? What are things that your friends or your clients constantly come to you for? Do you have, people that are either referring you for a service, or do you have people that, constantly ask you about a certain thing? And if so, I want you to take note of that. Like, what is that special gift that you have? Excuse me, I had to sneeze there a minute. So, understanding your superpower and how to showcase it is one of the ways that you can start building this position to be known in your field for. So, why is that important? Because that's sort of where the whole essence of everything comes down to. As you start to understand what is so wonderful in your mind or through the skill set that you have, you can take a step into your marketing a little bit different and start creating value added content, not just like the typical meme or inspirational posts. Those have their place too, but being able to step into your marketing realm and sharing the knowledge that you have and packaging it in a way that's easy for other people to get through. It's so simple because it's already within you. But I think sometimes people try to overcomplicate it. They try to make it really difficult and bigger than it has to be. So I'd love to know from you. Tell me in the comments, what is the one thing that people continually come to you for? Is it like administrative questions, tech questions? Is it, about DJing or your photography? What is the one question that they always come to you for? Start to evaluate that. And if you don't know right now, that's fine. But tonight, I'd like you to really sit down and think about it. Like, meditate on it. What are the things that people come to you for? And if you say nothing, I'm going to say that's not true, because each of us has a unique gift that we constantly give. Maybe you're so giving that people don't have to ask because you just give it freely. I know a few of you that are like that, and it's a gift, but I want you to start to harness that gift that you have and tie it back into your marketing. This is how we're going to be able to get it where marketing is a natural flow. Remember the other day I was talking to you about taking the approach of daily documenting for your social media content, not just having to create something that's really elaborate. People want to get to know you, see behind the scenes, see what's going on. Give them a little taste of that along with the wisdom that you have. Share your gift, share your superpower, make this world a little better. If we each did that, the world would be a little bit better. So you have this superpower, right? And the question is how do you get the word out? A lot of people will get into the online promotion, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But for right now, I really want you to focus on this slide right here. Just focus on this. This is a spot where a lot of people are missing the ball when it comes to online marketing, especially if you have a brick and mortar store, you're in the wedding industry or someplace that people are coming. They forget this component in the digital marketing world. They just don't talk about it. And it's vital. It's, opportunities that are right there waiting for you. So number one, getting into doing press releases. Going back to your superpower, what are you always known for? I can tell you there are so many outlets that are looking for good content. Showcase what you have going on and send press releases even to your local media. If it's something really big, you can even get into different national campaigns. We actually have a team that we work with that will send out press releases for our bigger clients, and the exposure that they get is not only in the print or the videos or whatever that those media sources send out, but also through their SEO, because those news sources will take that content that they received, send it out to their network, and your name's in there. You start ranking higher. This is probably one of the biggest power plays that you can use as an entrepreneur. It is ninja skill set, and so many people online just aren't even doing it, and it's sad. I think that if I was starting over, this would be one of the first places where I would try to improve public relations and getting my voice out there as an industry leader. In fact, I'm going to tell you, I mentioned to you the other day, many moons ago, it seems like I was doing those segments on ABC 12 News in the morning, and we had great exposure that came from that. But how that happened, the news producer was Googling something and she found my name. She found the name of my agency and she called in and she had said, we're doing, I think it was actually a Thanksgiving Day special. She was getting ready to do a Thanksgiving Day special. And she asked me if I'd be willing to come in and do a news segment about Thanksgiving and, creating a beautiful table and stuff like that. And I did. And she actually became a very good friend of mine, Elsie, who She's no longer in Michigan. She moved out to California, but she became a very good friend of mine. And she had me, I don't know, it was over like 25 times. I came in and did news segments, and it was great for my business. It was great for positioning me as a leader in my industry and getting the word out. So between that, and then I had a chance, I was put on a local magazine cover, which was sent, far and wide. So these things started positioning me as a leader in my industry. And I know that you can do it too, but it started with me doing vlogging and SEO and creating content that showcased my superpower. So then when people are looking for that, my name came up, my business name came up. So I cannot emphasize enough how powerful press releases can be. The next one, check this out. Really cool. Submitting articles. Now, I know you might not know this, but a lot of news sources, local magazines, papers, they're always looking for content. So if you have an article that is phenomenal, not self serving, phenomenal content that serves other people, you can start approaching prospects to find out, hey, I've got this. Would you be interested in publishing it? You'd be surprised how many yeses you get. You might not get compensated for it, but remember, your goal is to market and promote your business, right? So taking the time to do that is really advantageous because now you're positioning yourself as a leader. You're positioning yourself as the go to guy or gal on that topic. And doing that later on, people start to associate you with that, not just like as a fly by night business, but somebody who has really created something phenomenal. So I'd love to know from you, have you ever done a press release? I'd love to know, have you done a press release? And if not, this is another little side homework. Go Google press release format and go look at that. And then press release will be different than an article, but go check those out. And I have had, because I we publish a magazine that's called Kudos Magazine. You can go check it out, kudosmag.com, Healthy Happy Living. I've had multiple people approach me about, hey, can I write an article for you? And when it's times that it's good quality content that will serve our readers, our viewers, I'll definitely consider it. But sometimes that's not the case, and those are the ones that I typically turn down. I had one local business who wanted to do an article, but as the article was submitted, everything was self-serving. It was like a promotional, really bad copy from like 1985, and even like getting in and doing digs on his competitors. And I said, I can't print this. I cannot print this. But he wanted the whole article to be about his business, and that's not what readers want. When you're flipping through one of your magazines that you pick up, People magazine or Inquirer magazine or whatever's your thrill, the people that are writing those aren't self-serving. They're telling a story. They're sharing entertainment, education, or something that's of value to the reader. The ones that are doing like self-serving, typically those are ads that you see, or they'll call them like a editorial ad, something like that. And that's just not what we do. There's ways to get your story embedded into the article without it being, in your face. Like, buy from me. Here's my store. This is where I'm at. You got to start to become creative. It's sort of like learning to dance. You don't shove. You got to, like glide into it, right? And the same thing with your public relations. So one of the biggest power things that you can do if you really want to be positioned as an industry leader, start working on your press releases, start working on your articles, and start coming up with creative ways to create quality content that's going to engage people by helping them. So one of the other things is start looking in your community. Start looking at local nonprofits and investigate opportunities to sit on their different committees. Bring your skill set that you have to that committee. Connect with people that are in higher ranking positions, management level of different nonprofits, and different businesses that are tied to that nonprofit. Do something that you're passionate about and find ways to really engage and showcase the best of your superpower within that committee. This one is one of those hidden little secret tools that I've used that help my business explode. And at the same time, it felt so incredibly beautiful to be able to give back and serve other people and network in a very non yucky kind of way. It was just about coming from the heart and loving and giving back to the community. I'll continue to do that, but in recent years, we had to make a couple changes and limit some of it so we can stay within our boundaries and still, we're a for profit business. So we need to make sure that we're hitting some of these numbers and doing the things that we need. So one of the other things is start looking at hosting events, in-person events. So, a couple days I've told you about how we would produce these bridal shows. When we were doing it, we were bringing in 50 to 60 vendors, so many brides coming out the wazoo. And that in itself ended up creating an opportunity to really position my agency as a leader in the industry. And our name got out, it spread far and wide. Part of it was that continued momentum with all the people tied into that network, but also creating a actual resource that businesses in that industry could benefit from. So it was self-serving for them because they were also reaping the benefits of connecting with more brides, finding new vendors, and just having to just show up and do a fabulous job connecting with their prospects that were coming through the bridal show. So start looking at that. Could you host an online event or an in-person event, something that's going to create a rally around your business because you're leading it? Start thinking outside of the box and start doing it now. Right now's the time. So next thing, really quick, I want to talk to you about this online marketing. Now, this is what we all hear so much about online, and it's super important. It's vital. It is honestly a basic now with marketing, doing things online to get your voice out there. But maybe you're in a rut. Maybe you're staying in your own little box. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I got the sneezes tonight. Sorry about that. Okay, so sometimes we get stuck into our own little rut with staying in our own group, staying in our own page, in our own little community. If you really want to get out there and get to this point of being an industry leader, one of the first things that you can do is start getting out, connecting with other people. See if you can become a guest for a podcast, or if somebody has a great following online. See if you can have an opportunity to share your superpower on their platform. Start expanding your voice outside of the little community that you've already created. Or even if you're trying to create a community, getting out networking with other people and then bringing them back into your new community is key too. So also digging in groups online, starting to create strong community can start with you sharing your knowledge, your superpower, not getting into those groups like I've mentioned to you before and doing the spam of buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. It's not helpful at all. People will get the ickies. You've seen them online, haven't you? I've seen them. I know you had to have seen them, right? So if you're in these communities online, sharing helpful information, sharing insights, sharing humor, showcasing who you are. And that goes back to, remember the other day, first day, day one, we were talking about your profile banner, creating that funnel on your personal page. That's going to be important too, because as they see your content, maybe a comment that you left in a group that was really helpful, people might hover over your photo, and then that little picture of you with the in your banner shows up. So having all of these in place as you start to go out and network online will help direct people to know where to go so that they can keep following you and connecting with you. Super important. Another thing is Video is hot. We've talked about that multiple times. Super hot. But sometimes people like this video, um, the videos this past week have been about 55 minutes to an hour. A lot of people won't go through and watch that whole video. But if they have a video that's maybe a 1 minute video or a 30-second video or maybe even a 4 minute video, they'll consume it really quickly if it's content that they want, something that will help them with their goal or their objectives, right? So your job is to make sure that the content you're creating is digestible for everybody that's viewing it, right? So going back and looking at what are some old pieces that you've created and how could you maybe extract like these 1 minute or even 30-second little clips. If you look on Facebook, they actually have let me see if I can go over to my screen on the stories section. Those stories can host a video that's up to 10 seconds. So getting those little quick aha moments that you have in a video like this one and just pulling out the aha moment and sharing it in that little format is a great way for people to be able to consume your content. In fact, I'll tell you, this is a little algorithm hack. You ready? You ready? I'm going to tell you. Okay, so in the algorithm, it'll look at like percentage of the video that's been watched. So if you have these long videos and then you start showing some of these little mini clips out there, like a 1 minute video or a 38-second video, and then people watch through the whole thing because it's only 38 seconds, it's not 38 minutes, it starts to show up favorably for you in the algorithm. So pay attention to that. Be mindful of how you can utilize that. So let me see if I can switch over here to, oops. Let me go down here to my profile. Okay, so like over here, I just did a quick little profile picture and then I added some music. This was, I think, last night. So like 41 views really quick. And then I'm trying to show you one of the ones that I did. Oh, it's not popping up. I did some of these little mini videos that were extracted. I've already used them. If you go and you look in the group, Event Queen Challenge, if you look in there, you'll see some of those little mini clips that I've started extracting from previous challenges. That's something that you should be doing. And then sharing it on Facebook stories, stuff like that. Oh, this is something else I want to show you. So does it show up here? No, it's not showing up on this one. Oh, wait. Yeah, it does. Hold on a second. Okay, so see right here at the bottom, it says 4 other people viewed your story. We're exploring a change to the way people view stories while you can still see the number of views. So this is like a heads up with you right now. Facebook is getting ready to do a lot of different changes with the metaverse, and who knows how everything will roll out. But from what I'm hearing from other marketing pros is stories are going to become hotter and hotter in terms of what's being pushed out in the algorithm. So start to master that. Just keep in mind, if you're uploading a video, you can only do like a 10-second clip. I think 10-second clip. So just make sure that you keep it super simple, 10 seconds, so that, you're not creating all this content. It does have a way, like if you have a full video, like a 5-minute video, where you can just, go to the 10 seconds that you want in that video. You can't take multiple clips for the same story. You could extract multiple clips for separate photos or videos on your storyline. But start to check that out. Find out where they're going with that, with the stories, and how you can utilize what is happening in the world around us. So getting into the eye on the future. So important. So always pay attention to what's happening with emerging technologies and even new systems that are in place. These are things that can be incredibly helpful to make sure that you are known as a leader in your industry. You don't want to be stuck using strategies that are from 2010. We're approaching 2022, if you can believe that. So making sure that you are also evolving as these technologies evolve and growing and learning, and start becoming proactive instead of reactive. Do you know what I mean by that? A lot of times people will wait until stuff is happening and then they're trying to figure out, how am I going to, oh no, it's already here. Right now is the time to be aware of different things that are happening in the market, start making little changes here and there so that you don't have to react in a rush and in a panic. It can actually become something that becomes a defining line if your business is going to succeed, stay stagnant, or fail. And my hope for you is to be able to create a level of excellence that propels you to places that are so wonderful you feel like your business is finally flowing. And the other thing is be willing to continually learn and grow. One of the biggest ruts you can put yourself in is if you say, I know everything and I don't need to learn anymore. Those are the people that usually need to learn the most. In fact, they say when you're not learning anything, that's when you're finally dead. Because throughout life, we're constantly evolving and growing, and not even just from technology, but it could even be like a mindset or approaches. So be mindful of that, especially as you start to get a little bit older. Be willing to learn and be willing to grow. Having that little bit of flexibility can create a lot of momentum and continued clarity for your business to be able to thrive. So to kind of just go over really quick, we've covered a lot of really big stuff over the past 3 days, but from like a broader perspective. I haven't maybe gotten into all the detail of how to do it. I've showed you a couple of tricks here and there. In fact, later on today, I'm going to come back and show you the software that I'm using to create these little mini 1 minute, 3 minute, 10-second videos. Something that's super simple that you can start applying right into your business, like today, like now. Start utilizing the content that you already have. Sometimes you don't have to create more and more. Utilize what you have. So day one, we really had a chance to dig in and talk about knowing your customer, understanding their values, understanding how you can serve them, and a big reminder that not all brides are your client. They're not. Understand where you are in the marketplace and which brides would be the best fit for you. That's going to be key, so that you're speaking the right message, you're creating the right lead magnet, the right content, the right stuff, the right package, the right value that they're going to appreciate. Some may be very focused on saving time, some may be focused on saving money. What is your superpower so that you can help connect with that bride, whichever bride it might be that's for you? Yesterday, we had a chance to talk about irresistible offer, creating something that's so phenomenal that your bride can't say no. And a lot of that starts with a lead magnet, being able to attract her with something, a package that's so value added that she wants to dig in and say, yes, I absolutely need that. But to get there, you have to understand who's the bride that you're targeting. And that goes back to day one. Today, we talked a little bit about standout strategies, some things that you can do to really build momentum and propel your business and yourself to be noted as an industry leader within the wedding marketplace. And I know that you have it within you, but part of it's going to come down to you having the willingness to say, I'm digging in, I'm going to take the time to do it myself or to hire the right team to help. And that's one of the things that can be really helpful for you to build that momentum and keep going, is getting back over into a willingness to say, I'm gonna bring the right team on. I'm gonna bring the right support to help me create what it is that I want. And that's why this Beam Accelerator program is phenomenal. It not only is giving you mindset and coaching and things that can create something wonderful for your company, it's also creating the actual setup of things that you need on the back end. So again, really quick, 30 days of action tasks, along with a little mini video, nothing that's too over complicated or stress you out, plus 4 group coaching sessions, feedback from me, along with a project review of everything that you have going on. You're going to get accountability and support. You're never going to have to do this alone or to take advice from somebody that hasn't been involved with events and marketing and knows your industry. You are going to have the support and everything that you need to be able to propel now. Also, clarity in your direction can save you so much money and headache. And having that support along the way is just going to get you there a little bit faster. You're also going to have the opportunity to have access to the boot camp replays, the slides, all the assets from this boot camp, plus access to the Beam training library. You guys, it is so good. There's so much content in there for producing online events, in-person events, logistics, everything. It's phenomenal. So good. Okay, so the next one is this is the big one. This is the big bonus, you guys, and it's only going to be available because for the price point, I can only do this for so many people, but for the price point, you're going to save $4,000. It has a value of $5,000. You're going to get it for $997. Can you believe $997? You're going to have your sales funnel built. You're going to have all of your marketing templates for your posts, 30 of those. You're going to have two, not one, but two one-on-one coaching sessions with me to come up with your flow for your next live stream or event or promotion that you're using for, connecting with those quality bridal leads. Also, you're going to get email for all of the marketing spaces that you have tied to your sales sequence. You're going to have 3 promotional marketing video branding edits. So it's not just going to be a stagnant, boring video. I'm going to show you how to create something that looks really beautiful and amazing so that your guests or your clients, I should say, are absolutely wowed. So all of this is available for just $997. The total value is over $5,000 if you factor the stuff that's even up above it. It's over $5,000, and it's going to be 30 days. So in 30 days, you are going to have something that is ready to roll. It's not going to be the standard coaching program where you're watching just old videos and maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you feel lost. This is a done with you approach where you're going to have the opportunity to connect with these people with not just like an ordinary, like real quick, here's a funnel, go. No, all of this is going to be intentionally built out so that it works for you, that it converts, that it gives you an opportunity to really have people know your business and want to sign up and to start building these communities where it's not just, about you being positioned as a leader. This is about you being able to also create those connections with a quality bridal lead, a bride that's going to be a good fit and wonderful to work with. So if this sounds like it's something that is interesting to you, I want to encourage you, go sign up now. I dropped a link in the comments. Go sign up for that. Or if you need a little bit of time, a little bit more conversation, if you want to talk one-on-one, I dropped a link to my calendar. Feel free to go sign up for a quick 30-minute little chat we can do. And let's get you rolling because your business deserves all of the opportunity to flourish in 2022. And right now is the time for us to do it. So I do want to thank all of you that have come all 3 days or the ones that ended up just flying in and out. I do appreciate your time. I know that is one of our most precious commodities is time because you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So I wish all of you a really blessed Thanksgiving. I hope that there's just so much joy in your family and around that table, or even if it's not even a big table, I hope that there's joy in your heart, that you take a minute to pause and really think about the things that you have to be grateful for. There's always going to be little heartaches or hiccups in life, but I want you to take the time to choose to smile. I want you to take the time to choose the best for you and your business. And hopefully, you'll find that we can be a good fit and create something fabulous for you in this upcoming year. So I'm ready for all that and some more. But I want to thank you all. In the meantime, make sure that you create a little bit of happiness and just seize the moment. All right, you guys. We'll see ya on the next one. Whoops, maybe. Okay. Where do we go? Here we go. I'm signing off now, guys. Bye.